50 million adults live in the UK, and a staggering 1 in 3 are struggling with debt. And it's a lonely place. The burden of debt, either because the business you run has hit tough times, or because of separation, divorce, or losing your livelihood, is unimaginable. You think you're at a dead end with nowhere to turn and no one who can help. Or so you may think, but out of the darkness of insolvency and intolerable debt is the light of Clive Williams. Clive works for Hawkins Insolvency, a firm of licensed insolvency practitioners where the focus is on putting people first.
We believe that debt is not about money, it's all about people. And it's all about how these people feel. When they're in debt, they have a whole cocktail of emotions raging within them. They're embarrassed, they're in despair, they don't know who to trust, they don't know who to talk to. They can't figure out how on earth they got themselves in this predicament. But what we do is we carefully explain to them the processes that are available, and over a short period of time they become to realise that there's a way out of all this.
And so it proved for a debt-burdened builders merchants introduced to Clive by Ian Mitchell of Mitchell Meredith Accountants.
I had known Clive on a personal basis and was aware of the work that he did with Hawkins Insolvency. We had in fact appointed another firm to deal with this particular client, and they hadn't come up with the advice or even the response that we wanted. So it was an opportunity to bring Clive in, and indeed I'm delighted that we did, because he showed a real sense of purpose, an approach and understanding of the personal issues involved, and an ability to actually just get in there and get involved alongside the client.
This people-focused approach, together with broad experience and a service that provides absolute confidentiality, plays a vital role in dealing with the human face of debt.
The benefit from a human perspective of appointing the right insolvency practitioner is huge. We deal with people on a very personal level, and so when we get to dealing with their problems, very often we're dealing with their personal problems as much as we are with their business problems, and they intermix. The two of them go together. So when they come to see us, they are upset. It's probably impacting on their family. There are issues financially which they're not quite sure how to address, and it's important therefore that the insolvency practitioner gives them an action plan which not only takes them forward but also ensures that they're protecting their own personal interests.
It's not just businesses that Hawkins Insolvency can help. Chris Barber at Robertson Solicitors asked Clive to help a family he was representing who were facing the bleak prospect of repossession.
One client that I had issues with his mortgage. He was coming to the end of his interest-only mortgage, and he obviously had a lump sum to pay, but he didn't have the money. The mortgage company were looking to repossess. They started repossession proceedings for which I was acting, but it was key that we had someone there, not just with legal experience, but with financial experience, which is why I involved Clive Williams of Hawkins Insolvency, who worked alongside me and worked very closely with the client to try and talk to the bank and also come up with some other solutions. There's not often one solution, there's a number of solutions which Clive can look at in an objective way, and we resolved this situation. The house was kept, money was obtained from another source, and together we managed to ensure that the bank didn't repossess, and the house was kept in the family, and together there was a good outcome.
Nobody wants to be in debt, and the stigma and loss of self-esteem people experience can often be a barrier to asking for the help they need, and ultimately a way out of what they feel is a desperate situation. Catherine Reid of Red Kite Law explains.
Many people feel trapped and that there's no way out. Somebody like Clive, with the backing of Hawkins Insolvency, with their wealth of experience and knowledge and genuine empathy towards different situations, they can certainly step in and show that there is a future. Clive is not only with the client from the first appointment or meeting, but he's with them right till the very end. It's not something that he walks away from, but he really does invest a great deal of time to get the best possible outcome for the client.
We get tremendous satisfaction from being able to help our clients in this way, taking them from this dark place to a life they used to have. You see the change in people. You take the weight off their shoulders. You see them almost floating away. And when they say, "Clive, I haven't felt this good for years," that's an amazing feeling I have. It really is truly amazing.